Before going into the topic details, I want to bring your attention to the UPSC coaching programs offered by ClearIAS. ClearIAS offers online and offline courses to help candidates get selected for prestigious government services like IAS, IPS, or IFS. ClearIAS Prelims Cum Mains (PCM) course provides a highly effective study plan, well-organized subject-wise videos, study materials, mock exams, and guidance to cover the entire GS syllabus of UPSC CSE prelims, mains, and interview systematically. As a limited-period offer, there is a 40% discount on our online courses. Enroll now.
Essay writing, normally people believe that, some classes, if they join 7-8 classes, if they attend, they will help. See, please understand that essay is number one, a long answer of GS. Now, I am not a person who generally favors or tell my students that they should attend essay classes. Why? For two reasons. Because number one, most of the essay classes give you loads of information. They say, see, if a essay comes on healthcare, these are the 10 things you write. Boss, I tell you, you write 10 things. I tell him also, you write 10 things. Tell 1,000 people you write these 10 things. How is your essay going to be different in the exam? So going with a pre-prepared notion is number one, very wrong. This is a good way to market and make a wrong career choice, but it is not a good approach to essay writing. Essay writing requires you wide reading. And generally, with respect to my students, what I tell them is that every month they should read one extra book, which is not related to directly UPSC in any way. But it should be something that should broaden their ability to think. So for example, there is one book called The Difficulty of Being Good by Gurcharan Das. So I tell my students, start with this book. First month you read this book, literally at night, before sleeping, 5, 10, 15 pages. But make sure the target is that in 30 days you wrap up the book. So that way, if they read 10, 12 new books, similarly, Ethical Dilemmas of a Civil Servant, Anil Swarup's book. So you read something like this, what will happen is your ability to visualize things will increase. And see, again, I repeat, essay is nothing but a long answer of GS. If you have good content to write for 250 words, you have to now increase the bandwidth to 1250 words. It all depends upon what content you have for 250 words and how much effort you make for 250 words. Pre-printed notes for 250 words means complete disaster in 250 also and 1250 also. Effort in 250 words means effort in 1250 words. So no book for essay, but most important, your answer writing techniques will only help you in essay. So the way you structure your answer, like I have a book on answer writing, and in that answer writing book, I have mentioned about so many things which are so new to aspirants. Like I emphasize on directive words. Most of the people don't talk about directive words. They say positive, negative, way forward. UPSC is not a fool. They will not give you marks, come what way. They need answers to their questions. Discuss, examine, elucidate. Your brain has to instantly function that way. This is the challenge of means. In 3 hours of time, 20 questions, 12 different directive words. And your brain has to switch off one directive word, switch on the other, switch off the other, switch on the other. And this is the task you have to prepare. Not that positive, negative way forward. So this is where people don't get marks in means. So essay, nothing to worry. Broad reading is important. And one magazine is very good, which I generally recommend to my students. It's called Economic and Political Weekly, EPW. So you should definitely read that. EPW is very crucial. It will help you if you don't want to read that monthly books. You should read EPW. You should read another important magazine that I tell my students, which again nobody tells generally, The Economist. Economist is a very good magazine. So these are magazines that will broaden your thought process, which will help you for us. Again, when it comes to EPW, if it is a weekly magazine, first thing is you have to identify what to read, what not to read. And out of 13, 14 articles in my experience of reading EPW, I believe not more than 5 articles are relevant every week. And if 5 articles are relevant every week, you can definitely afford 1 article per day. That is not a task to do, difficult to do. But what matters is consistency to do it. That those 5 articles will come every week. And for next 1 year, they will come. And you will find questions in the mains, they say everywhere from the EPW directly. So consistency is very important. The philosophical aspect of the essay, it's number one, not generally called philosophical, it's called, in the essay terminology, we call it abstract essays. The abstract essays are what? Those essays that provoke you to think. See, UPSC wants your ability to think. What is happening in the UPSC market today is they are flooding information to the students. Information. For example, in Delhi, I have seen coaching institutes selling pre-prepared introductions, pre-prepared data files. I mean, how stupid can this be? If you have memorized data between India, US, trade pattern, import, export, do you think, is it even relevant? The question that came on India, US last time in the mains exam was that how are India-Russia defense deals different from India-US defense deal? What will you do with the data here? So students will do this only. That I have memorized this data, I will write it. 0 marks. See, that is why please understand, 10,000-11,000 people give the mains, 2,000 get a call. That proves the fact that 9,000 answer sheets are absolutely crap. UPSC has thrown them away. They don't want such answer sheets. But we never introspect why. We come out with weird logics. I couldn't complete the paper. I left 3 questions in this paper. Arey boss, even if you complete the paper, you are going to fail. You don't have content. So content will come with wide reading and textbook reading. That is very crucial. See, analytical thinking will come if you read analytical sources. If you read a magazine like EPW, your ability to think will develop. But if you restrict yourself to reading something like Vision IAS, then you will never develop that any critical thinking ability. You will probably 2 years later join them only in their coaching and start writing material for them. That's the career path of such people. So this is the difference. This is the difference that material makes. So we have to understand this.